Folks, today on the Stoney Ridge Farm channel, we are installing the septic system for the mega shop. You're gonna learn something today about how septic systems work, how septic tanks work, and how this unique system that we're putting in the ground here at the Stoney Ridge Farm could work for you. So, being an informed person, learning about how a septic system works in a rural property like this, and potentially helping you decide what you want to do with your own property. Hope you guys learned something today. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another gorgeous day here on the Stoney Ridge Farm. It's early morning, it's 28 degrees, and today is the day that we get the septic system put into the mega shop right here. So I don't have a toilet in there yet, but I'm gonna have some toilets. I'm gonna have all this stuff. So it's gonna be a fun day. I'm waiting right now on the guys to come and dig the hole and for the septic tank people to come and bury everything up. This septic system is gonna be a little bit different, okay? There is no leach field. These are chambers, and I don't know anything about how this system goes in. So today we're gonna teach you and show you exactly how all this works and make it happen for you. So let's go over here first and show you guys the setup and where the septic tank is gonna go and all of what I've been through so far with this. I didn't have all this land cleared prior to having a pre-inspection done to plan this out. So it's a bit challenging. So let's get busy with it. So the guys are here, just pulled up. They're scratching their heads a little bit, and the county's gonna come here and show them exactly where they need to dig. This is a Cat 306. Check that critter out. That's a pretty big mini excavator, and they said it'll probably take all of 15 minutes to dig the hole to drop in the septic tank. Now, for conversation's sake for us right now, our pipe is right here. We want to do as few bends as possible. In other words, we don't want bends all in our pipe. We want to make a straight shot as best we can. So whether we come from that pipe and go straight down the hill or whether we go this direction, it just kind of depends on what the county says when they come up here. The initial planned site here was for the septic tank to be right in this location and the drain field to be out that way. So that was the initial plan, and hopefully we'll stick with our initial plan on all this. Sometimes plans change and the county dictates all of this, guys. Before we go any further with today's video, guys, I want to give a quick shout out to today's day sponsor, Avaron. Take the boredom out of working out at home. This is the Avaron rower. They also offer an interactive gameplay bicycle and an interactive gameplay treadmill. Avaron is designed to keep you coming back for more. So gone are the days of the super boring workout. Again, this works 86% of your muscles with up to 100 pounds resistance and a huge 22-inch monitor so you can watch all your progress. There's a thriving community of friendly competition. It's seamless data. You can work it on your Apple Watch so you can track all of your data. Check them out. There is a $50 off coupon code and a QR code right here for you guys. If you want to scan it, you can get 50 bucks off by using code STONEY50. That's STONEY 50. Now I gotta get back to work. Thank you, Avaron, for sponsoring today's video and keeping me fit. So we're into 2025 here. 2025 and 2023 are two different years for sure. You guys know that, right? So we came in and I cleared all this off so we could put our septic field in right here. And some of the flags for the septic field are still way over in the woods right there. So what we're doing after this, we're gonna have to make some adjustments. So we got the county guy here. We're gonna do some perk tests again over here so we can maybe amend this slightly so we can get it a little more away from the edge of the woods, because you don't want your septic field near trees where roots and stuff can inundate your septic field. So it's super important to think that through. Also, the septic experts are here, and let me show you what we have. I've got the skid loader running over here. So we've got chambers. I'll actually show you these chambers in just a little bit, but those chambers are basically made of thin plastic. That thin plastic can be penetrated very easily by the hoof of a cow. So what we're gonna have to do here at some point is expand this part of the yard. We're gonna actually take this fence down and move it over here just ever so slightly so we can circumvent the leach field right here. Either that or we'll surround the leach field and just keep it mowed. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to do this, but he said it definitely recommended no cows get anywhere near this leach field. Now let me show you something the cows have done for me, a little magic trick. They mashed the fence down right here for me, all the way down this fence line, scratching their necks. Oh, it's so frustrating. This is why Jumper keeps getting out. I've got to run my hot wire across here to keep these cows off of these fences from tearing them all to pieces. Pain in the butt. Battery's been running low on the old skid steer these 29-degree days. It did not want to start this morning. Good thing I got a good jump box, right? Yeah, good to go. This is a job, guys. Just so you know, stick around to the end. I'm going to tell you the exact cost of all this. Here lies the challenge of the Stoney Ridge farm, dude. Rocks everywhere. Everywhere. So folks, what you're seeing here is the ditch digging. They're digging a ditch all the way out. The entire amount of ditch work here is probably going to be somewhere in the neighborhood of 700 feet. So there's probably 300 feet of 3-inch Schedule 40 white pipe going in. And then that will go into our drain fields. And there's 4 different lines for the drain fields. And we're going to explain all that stuff to you here in just a bit. Now, as they dig the hole here, you'll see he has a grading stick, and he's using a grading stick and a laser to make sure that these holes are laser level. They have to be absolutely level in order to function properly. So once they get it all dug, they get everything all placed in there, the county comes out, inspects it, and says it's okay to bury. So all of this comes with permission from the county. Do not put in a septic system without getting a permit. It is super important you get a permit. If you don't get one and you get caught, hefty fines, and also they can make you tear it all right back up and rebuild it again. So you don't want to do it twice. Just go get a permit. It costs a couple $100. Nobody likes to ask permission to do stuff, but when it comes to water and sewer, I think it's super important. So get your permit, cover your butt. Hope you guys are enjoying this video. Please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. I'd love to have you back here on the Stoney Ridge farm with me. So these just sit down on the ground, right?
Yeah, they snap into each other.
And then the liquid is absorbed by the ground, right?
Yeah.
This just provides a little cave for them?
Yeah, it seeps out of these holes and gets into the ground.
So it's not supposed to seep in the ground down low. It kind of comes out the sides.
Yeah.
Huh. What are these called?
Chambers.
Chambers. Cool. Lots of chambers here. We got, what, 112 chambers, I think. 481 feet. I'm learning about this. Cool. Oh, I see it's got holes in it. Yeah, check it out. So we hold this up to the sky Guys, you can see this is perforated. You can see right through it. And the liquid people manure comes out of the top. Kind of cool. I got 2 hats on. I wear a lot of hats around the farm.
Got our grade stick.
Okay, so your grade stick there is for what?
It's keeping us on grade so the chambers will be level all the way across, and the sewage will flow evenly across from one end to the other.
Nice.
Of the trench.
And I was surprised how these things go in. They just sit in the hole there and
snap together.
Nice. That's pretty cool.
Pretty simple.
So is the water that comes out of the septic system, is that absorbed downward?
It's absorbed downward, but then there's slits in the top of it so they can breathe.
Okay, gotcha.
So it'll dissipate. It's supposed to filter out the impurities in the sewage.
Yeah.
And when it does that, it's a slow process, and it leaks right into the soil.
Nice.
Hopefully it empties out and lasts for a long time.
Nice. Very cool. So guys, he's making sure that the hole is level, the trench is level, and it actually has to slope downward just a little bit. Is that right?
Slope which way?
Downward from the end?
So from the very beginning,
okay,
this hole is the same depth. This bottom right here is level from beginning to end.
Okay, cool. Nice. Very cool. This is a little different than a conventional system that you would see in the old school world, where people just put a perforated pipe in the ground and there'd just be gravel in there, and that would serve to dissipate all of the fluid that comes out of the septic tank. So the septic tank up here is 1,000 gallons. And the way all this works, it's really interesting to me. I don't know if you guys find this stuff interesting, but I do. So it comes out, we're gonna visit the top of the hill too. We're just gonna walk through it real quick, what we've got done so far. This was going to be a one-day project. However, we got over in the woods here and we got into some really, really rocky soil. So we asked the county if they'd make some adjustments to the plan, and they did, which was really awesome. Huge fan of the county today. They've did a fantastic job. So you can see our septic tank is up there, and we'll visit that in a minute. But there's piping that's gonna come down here underground all the way to, I'll step across this ditch real quick, to the connecting point, which is right here. I forget what that's called, we'll post it down there. But the connecting point of our pipe is right here. And then it's actually going to connect and go on down, and we'll have one run here, another run there, another run there, and another run right there. So 1, 2, 3, 4 total runs. And again, this is 481 feet, I do believe. Let me show you how tough these things are real quick. Okay, they're tough enough to stand on, but I was advised that if I bring my cattle out here in this pasture, they can step on this and it can cause big time problems. So they can step on it, their hooves put too much pressure point. You can drive over it. I wouldn't drive over it with a semi truck, but you can drive over it with a tractor, no problem. But the cows can step in this and cause a big problem. So once we bury it up, we're gonna have to figure out how we keep the cows off of this entire area, and I'll have to have it permanently marked so that the cows don't get on this. I hate that because it is on a big beautiful ridge for the cows to graze. I don't know, I really hate that. Wish there was a way I could put something over top of this, maybe some boards or something, and maybe in the future, I don't know, I'll figure something out to put something over top of this to keep it from being damaged by the cows, so that we can still graze this hillside, because it seems like a big waste. Had I known this before, probably wouldn't have done it this way. And my idea for the leach field for the barndominium house here, or the shop, was for the septic field to be on this side of the fence and for all the septic lines to be ran over here. But as big of a system as I had to put in, I couldn't do that. So really interesting. We're coming right along. Everything's got to roll downhill, so you got to think about that too. I guess I learned that in the military. Poop runs downhill, right? Lots of rocks being resurfaced right here. It's gonna be a disaster. So they'll push this back in and cover it up, but the inspector has to come back and inspect the hole, inspect all the layout before we bury it up. There went one of my little pine trees. That's life. So here we've trenched up under our fence right here. Let's just go under here real quick together. Oh, I'm down in the hole and I'm back. So out of this will come a 3-inch pipe. Okay, and this is a little flexible. And then this is my septic tank, which is 1,000 gallons. Very cool. Very cool. So we'll know where this is forever. And this would be what you pump out if you ever had to pump the system. Now what you guys saw setting the tank earlier was these fellas getting in here and making sure that this entire ditch is level. This hole has to be level. When they set the tank down in here, it all needs to be perfectly level. Think about it, if it was tipped up in any direction, it wouldn't function properly. So a lot of detail here, and I don't know how they got that much dirt out of that little bitty hole, or what I'm gonna do with all that dirt. It's good stuff. So that's progress so far. We are into this. We started about 9 o'clock this morning. We are close to 2 o'clock this afternoon, and we're not gonna be done today. There's just no way it's gonna be done today. They might get one more line in, and this will probably bleed on into about 2 or 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Big project. Again, I'll tell you at the end how much all this stuff costs. Still got a lot of piping to put in. While these guys are working, I kind of wanted to stop and regroup and show you guys what's going on. So what you see going out through here is a level ditch, okay? This needs to be absolutely level. So he's got a grading stick here, and this gentleman is digging the trenches out, and it has a little bit of a curve to it so that they can get a little more length out of the run. In other words, if it was a straight run, it would be a little bit shorter. So they're trying to get a little bit more length out of each run. The effluent, I guess you could call it effluent, it's the liquid portion that comes out of the septic tank that you will see here, that comes down through, well, you won't see it, but it'll be underground. It comes out of the top of the septic tank and runs all the way down the hill into each one of these runs. And we're going to show you how all this pops together here in just a second. We're in a bit of a rush. The clouds have moved in, and if it rains in this, we basically got to redo every bit of it. So it's a real handful. So it'll come there. The septic tank is basically a giant fermentation tank. So you cannot put things like bleach and harsh chemicals down in there, because a septic system like this is a living organism. The bacteria from your feces and such feeds that living organism, which digest the people manure and urine and stuff from your washer and dryer and stuff from your kitchen sink. It digests that, and what comes to the top, there'll be solid in the bottom or sludge in the bottom, and what comes to the top will be liquid. That liquid will roll downhill and go out these. So if we're really running at high capacity, it will run down the hill and into this one. Once this one fills up, it'll go down to the next one, and subsequently down and down and down. We're going to show you guys how all this snaps together, but in case you don't know how a septic tank works, I think it's important to know that it's basically a big fermentation digestion system. There are several products that you can put down in there to refire that, and some people put a product called Rid-X. I use a product called Down John, and you put it in there and it helps to digest the enzymes and break up grease and oils. Inevitably, when you shower, when you use your kitchen sink, washing dishes, whatever, you're not trying to put grease and oil down the sink, but when you wash clothes and and wash your body. Oils come off of your body, oils come off of the dishes, oils come off of the clothes, and they get in there and they can clog things up and cause big problems. So the Down John product that I like to use helps to break that down, and Rid-X also helps to break that stuff down. So whatever you use as a treatment in your septic tank, just be sure you're informed about it, because what can happen is a giant ball of grease can form in a septic tank over time and cause it to block the outlet pipe right there, and then you've got big troubles. Really interesting and fun. I hope you guys are learning a lot. Hopefully what I've just talked to you about and shared with you has really helped. So this 3-inch line is going to run all the way up and out the septic tank. Now it's up to me to hire a plumber to hook in to the house. Okay, so the house pipe comes out and then that'll go into the septic system. Odds are I'll do that myself. Not a very big deal. Right now, we're trying to get a section dug out here where we can have a bit of a level hole so we can snap this together and show you how it all works. It's basically like septic Legos, right? Pretty cool stuff. One run, next run, next run, next run. 481 feet, 112 chambers. Folks, be sure you stick around to the end. You're gonna love seeing what happens here at the end. All this mess, he says his skid steer guy can rock it out and make it look really good. So all this mess is gonna be smoothed out like butter. Hope you stick around to the end. You call them roots or roots? He says, leave me alone, bro, I'm trying to work. Dude, how's it feel to be the root massacre man?
Oh, Lord. They'll whip you sometimes.
You call them roots or ruts?
Roots.
All right, roots.
Around here we call them roots.
Roots and ruts. Is it a creek or a crick?
Creek.
All right. Back in the day, I stole a car and buried it out here. Y'all ain't found it yet, have you?
Not yet. We're looking though.
All right, good deal. You know there's rumors, right? That there's buried cars over on that side of the farm?
I didn't know that.
Yeah. The gentleman that owned the property over here before, on that side of the farm, wanted to start a junkyard, and the county came to him and said, hey, you can't have a junkyard over here. You don't have a permit for it. So what I'm told is he bought a bulldozer and he dug a bunch of holes and buried them all. I've yet to find one. I don't think it's true. All right, chamber education.
So the grade's right. We got the grade ready to put the first chamber down. The end cap is really important to get it set right, because that's the beginning of this line.
Okay.
And if you start off wrong, the whole thing will be wrong.
So this end cap needs to be lower than the other end cap.
Right. So you can get flow down from that. Once that line fills up, then it comes down out of that end cap right there and flows into this end cap, and then it starts flowing down here.
Gotcha.
And this is going to be carried out level all the way out to the other end.
Gotcha.
And that's what the transit's for. When we get in here and we use the transit, we'll you listen to the tone and it'll tell you when you're exactly perfect.
Yep. And
you'll run that all the way out to the other end. That way, when the sewage gets in it, wastewater, it'll run all the way out level.
Gotcha.
So,
now, a lot of people think that a septic system is just, this would be poop coming down through here, toilet paper and stuff, but it's not. It's digesting in the tank, is that right?
Correct.
Okay.
This is just the liquid part.
Gotcha. Hey, you guys
That's why it's important to get your septic tank pumped and not let it get full, because then that's when you start having trouble and ruin your whole septic system.
Gotcha. So guys, you can see light through this right here. So it's perforated on the edges. You can see back in there. I guess you can see it. You can really see it right there. You can just about see through this. So all that's perforated right there, and that's where it seeps out. And this, I guess, is just to hold it in place. And you're gonna snap it together.
So the first chamber into the end cap, it doesn't snap together. It just slides up under that one.
Okay.
And it gets in place like that.
Yeah.
You just make sure this knob is on top of that correctly. So this is the first one that snaps together.
Okay.
Hand me that one. So
this one's prettier.
Yeah, a little bit prettier.
So we got little knobs here that fit in.
That little knob right there, and you have to get it just like this.
Yeah.
You get it pop together.
Yeah.
And then you let it down, and see, they won't come apart.
Gotcha.
Once that's in place correctly.
So it's not really a super tight system. It just kind of, it's designed just to leach out the liquid, right?
That's
just
correct.
to help it soak into the ground right here. So it has to be 50 feet from a well or water source, right?
Correct.
Gotcha. And creeks too, I think 50 feet, right? Okay,
That's
cool.
correct.
Hope y'all learned something. I'm gonna let y'all finish up, man. This has been a long process and we're racing the rain. So we got our inspection done, everything checked out perfect. Hope you guys enjoyed that little bit of education that we gave you. And now it's time to mop it all up. So we've got a awesome Bobcat T86 out here, and we're gonna mop it all up, clean it all up, dress it up, and make this thing look really, really nice. I will come back in with some grass seed, and I do have a little bit of plumbing work to do, and I'll show you that at the end. There's a little more work that I have to do on the back end of this, because these guys are certified for installing septic systems. They are not plumbers. He sure is doing a good job of that Bobcat and dressing things up nice. Just so you guys know, you can see my skid steer pop in and out of this video. I am getting rid of my current skid steer and we're gonna be upgrading hopefully to a Bobcat T66 at some point here on the farm. I'm in the process, research phase right now, picking the correct machine to get it done right. They're loaded up, guys. Just got done. We're gonna take you over and show you the finished product. I still got a little bit of work to do. Y'all didn't bring no grass seed?
No, not today.
No?
We tapped out today.
Guys, this is Brian with Carolina, Virginia Well and Pump. Patrick is your boss. He's the one that drills all the wells on the farm. Good people. Man, thanks. Job well done. Cleaned up nice. Everything's good to go. Yeah.
It was a good day's work.
Yeah, good 2 days work.
Yeah.
Would have been a one-day job, maybe.
Maybe.
Had it not been messed up. So why did we change it? Why did we change the plan?
We changed the plan because you was going to lose a lot of your field area for the septic field, and it was going to have to go up in the woods. And
Okay.
And you would have been a lot of short runs instead of long runs, and had to move a lot of trees.
Gotcha.
Or taking up a whole lot more of your pasture going down the hill.
Gotcha.
And it would have been a whole lot of extra work and extra time.
Gotcha. So what you're trying to do is make as few runs as possible to get the footage that the county's requiring.
And plus too, your first line, you know, it keeps you from using so many lines so quick.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Cool. Well, let's thank them. Let them get out of here. Guys, thanks so much for watching the channel. We're going to run over and take a look at everything. Thank you guys. Appreciate all the hard work. And y'all be back to get the, well, you're going to leave the Bobcat, right? Yeah?
I don't think your boss will be too happy about that.
Yeah, just leave that. It'll be all right. Let's go over here and take a look real quick, guys. Whew, it has been a busy, busy day today. So, in case y'all don't know, before I got started with this, I also got started staining the outdoor, the front porch here. And man, it turned out super nice. Dedicated video to that at the end of this. If I haven't already published it, but boy, that turned out really nice. And I'm real happy with this job. There's some more work that I have to do here on the back end. And I also got to go take care of the cows across the farm way over there. But we went ahead and I had them dig the trench. It only took about 10 minutes to get all the way over here to the septic tank, and I'll run my pipe out of that and connect right up to my septic tank right here. And then from this point on, everything is buried, and that stuff is way down there, all the drain field. So really cool, interesting project today. Hope you guys learned something. I had a good time. I don't know, the total cost on this is going to be right around $9,700, $9,700 for this. I did size it for a 4-bedroom house in case this is a venue or a cabin I use, or it's my permanent house, or it's my farm office and I have multiple employees. Who knows? Who knows what it's going to be? I really don't know what it's going to be. Stay tuned. We're going to be building out the outdoor kitchen very soon. That's another fun, expensive, but beautiful project. I cannot wait. Gonna be awesome, guys. Thank you all so much. Hit that like button on the way out the door. We'll see you next time on the Stoney Ridge. Woo! So, dude, what we got here, man?
Change. Like the terrible.
You're the star, dude.
Nah.
Down in a hole, down in a hole, and I got a 8-mile-long trench. Frost line here, 16 to 18 inches, just so you guys know. So the poopy won't freeze going down a hill. Won't be poopsicles. You call them roots or roots? He says, leave me alone, bro. I'm trying to work. Y'all come back now. You hear?